First of all, let me introduce myself. So, hello and welcome everyone to Salesforce Admin Group Khandwa, India. We are here with Salesforce Winter 22 Quick Summary. A very quick introduction about me. My name is Rohit Kumar. Professionally, I worked as a Salesforce developer at Proficient India. I am 3x Salesforce certified. I love community and I am a community speaker, and I am also a industrial trainer as well YouTuber. And you can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So let me share my screen and please confirm everyone.
Yes, Rohit, we can see your screen.
Okay, fine. So yeah, so this is short introduction from my side, and you can follow me in YouTube or Facebook, or this is my website salesforce.online. Okay, and this is all about me. And now it's time to start the quick summary about winter 22 without any further delay, right? So here you can see winter 22 pre-release org sign up. So this is the link, and once you click this link you can see one sign up page, and you can put your information like first name, last name, email address, or something related to your org, like which type of uh, addition you want, like a developer account, or we can say that enterprise professional, like that. So this is the first link, and once you click you will be get new page look like this one. Okay, this one. And here you can see like winter 22 pre-release org, right? And you can fill these details, and you can sign up with the help of start free trial. Okay, so this is the first prerequisite once you are working any winter 22 pre-release org. Okay, so now view and keynotes. Okay, so here you can see in August to August, here you can see August 12 to August 30, we have some limitation, or we can say that some few of things under winter 22, like pre-release org sign up. This is already, I already shared this one here you can see, right? And after that you can read the release notes from the Salesforce side as well. Okay, and sandbox preview starts once you get these features in your org, so you can enable your sandbox previews in your org particular. Okay, so and after that you can see like August 27 release site. So it's already build some sites to particular winter 22 releases for particular org. Okay, and August same thing, August release modules. So it have some tailored module, so you can go ahead and you can uh, solve the problems and solve the quizzes. Okay, these things all also available in Trailhead. And after that you can see like August 30 release overview, deck and feature matrix. So in this point we have lots of features under this release. Okay, so one by one I will show you, but most of the feature is not available right now. Maybe upcoming release we will get these things, but most of the feature is not available, and some of the feature I will explain with some practical part. Okay, so till then you can see this release weekends, and every weekends it's releases here, like some September 10, October and October 8. So within 7 days you can see some releases is going on. Okay, and after September 10 to 17 you can see release uh, read readness live. So our org will be ready after like September 17, but still most of the feature is not available and blocks. So that is about release overview and keynotes. So let me click next slide, and here you can see like sandbox preparation. So how to preparation your sandbox in our org. Okay, so summer 21, before that you can see summer 21 production release like May, June, and something date is there. And after 8 weeks you can see the blogs post of the releases in your Salesforce site. Then after 4 weeks you can start your regression testing for your sandbox. Okay, like sandbox cutoff August this. So it's a some preview date about the sandbox. After that you can see like winter 22 first release in September 10. Here you can see. So September 10, uh, we got this release like winter 22, and after that you can see like winter 22 second release October 1st. After the finally third release you can see like October 8 to 9, and we will get more most of the features or most of the release in upcoming, okay, in Salesforce. So this is all about like sandbox preparation, right? So let me click next slide for one example like report and dashboard. So this is the one features under winter 22 release, like how to create the report with some standard buttons like standard and dynamic. So with the help of dynamic button we can moderate this, like we can say that this dashboard. Okay, so let me show you with my org. Okay, just a second, or just open my org here. Okay, so it will be showing me like my pre-release org. So after that you can see my org is open here, and first of all you can observe the like icon, we can say the logo winter 22. Let me refresh again and you can observe here like this logo, this one, right? Again I want to refresh and just a second again, and I will show you. Here you can see this logo. Okay, first of all this every release have is his own logo. Okay, like winter 22 and upcoming releases you can see this different types of logo and with some year, release year. Okay, this is the taddy and you can see this is the first change under winter 22. Okay, now you can see this is org, and let me open my application under the app launcher. Just click this one, and you have to search like sales. This is the predefined application that is called standard application in Salesforce. Okay, and here these all tabs regarding this application sales, and let me like report, and one report regarding this account object. So just let me open this one, and after some time you can see the report. Okay, so this is the report related to the account. Okay, so let me edit this one. Here you can see you can remove this chart as well, or you can add chart. Okay, based on your requirement you can add. So I created one report with the account object like account owner, last activity, all the fields, right? And I grouped by, here you can see like account owner and column, you can see all columns. You know very well these all things, right? But let me show you how to use under the winter 22 this new features like some dynamic all the things. Okay, so I already created one demo dashboard under this org. Okay, so here you can see this is newly created dashboard based on your report under the Salesforce, right? So let me edit this one, and here you can see one small icon related to edit, like this pencil button. Just click this pencil icon, and here you can see these all display as, so which one you want to take your data as a graphical interface, graphical, or we can say visualization. Okay, so based on your selection like display as this bar chart, so you can see the my reports should be look like as. Okay, and you can change this report based on your gas chart or something like that. This is horizontal, vertical chart, something like that. Okay, and now you cannot see any button here like dynamic. So maybe in upcoming releases it will be showing here. Okay, but still you cannot see this one. So you can check this dynamic behavior. Once you click this dynamic behavior, so you can change your uh, dashboard based on your requirement, like how many records you want to show in a single dashboard, or something like some dynamic behavior related to this dashboard. Okay, so this is all about this one feature. So here you can see this is the first feature. After that you can see this one, this dynamic and standard two buttons will be come after this release or maybe next release. Okay, so here you can see like update more fields from the report run page with expanded inline editing. So this feature also be available in winter 22, but still it is not we consider live. It's still in beta, or we consider pilot mode. Okay, so you can edit your report within same line, like this one. I have opportunity name, stage, amount, expected revenue, and this is for opportunity name. So you can change the state based on your double click or something like that. Or here you can see this is the lookup field. Once you click this, so you can see not lookup, it's a like a pick list. Okay, so once you click this pick list, so you can change your option in a same line, not separately. So let me show you this one as well. So just click this, close this, and open reports, and just click account new report, and here you can see my report, right? So now you can adjust this one, but still this feature is still not available right now here. So once I just click double click here, so it's still not editing in inline, look like is it read only. So you can double click here, you can click in upcoming release, you can see this feature. Okay, so this is for your understandable purpose. So I want to share this one. Okay, so here you can see, so upcoming release, you can see you can change this, we can say that like types and rating. Okay, so based on your user selections. So this is the another features in winter 22. Now let me open these new features like new time zone and local. So these all language, you can see like Chinese, most of the Chinese like Malaysia and Singapore. Here you can see, and this is based on your Chinese language, China. And these all language is automatic added in your company information. Okay, so under the company information, you can change your language. Okay, you know very well these things, but these all feature also available, these extra languages in drop down menu. Okay, so you can change this time zone and local as well. So let me click next slide. Like take control of which object user can see and search. Still in beta, you can see this beta version, and you can search your object based on your selection, like user profile. Under the user profile, you can see like default search profile, and here you can assign assigned object. So which profile having the object name, so it is showing me like this one. This profile having like chatter external user have this default search profile object. So it's a look like as a profile to object. You can easily find this one. Okay, once you go, let me open this under the my org, just setup. And now once you go this setup, and you have to search, let me close this one, and here you can see like search result object. So you have to search under the quick find like search result, something like that. So still in beta, you can see here like under the Einstein segment or Einstein search, you can see my options, this one, search result objects beta. So once you click this one, so you can easily find your object regarding which profile. Okay, so here you can see default search profile Einstein, this one. And let me show you like system administrator have profile like search profile object. So based on your requirement, you can assign your object. Okay, like let me click this one and you can edit this one as well. Like let me edit this one, and here you can see, like let me select this account to this profile and save it. And here you can see this profile have these all objects like analytics, cloud, something like that, default search profile. So once you edit this one, you can see my object here. And this is having some limitation, like for optimal performance, limit the number of object to 3 or less. The maximum is 5. Less than 3 and maximum 5. Minimum you can add 3 and maximum 5. That is the meaning of this line. Okay, so this is all about this one. Like object users can see the in quick find based on your profile. Okay, so let me click next slide, and here you can see like include images in a rich text field in the Lightning App Builder. Okay, so this feature also in beta, but let me check. This is available right now, but previously I cannot see, I couldn't find this one, this icon. Here you can see this icon like image, but in upcoming release you can see under the Lightning App Builder. So let me open any like any home page or anything as you want, or let me edit this page. Here you can see under the this gear icon, you can see this option like edit page. Just click this one, and under the Lightning App Builder, once you select any rich text area under the components here, and you have to search like rich and rich text, just drag and drop in particular places. Okay, so do that and drop here to here, and now you can see this component. Once you click this one, okay, let me select this one, rich text. Here you can see rich text, but still you cannot see any image icon here, but in the upcoming release it will be. Okay, so this is the another feature under the Lightning App Builder, this images. So how to add these images? So just you can copy and paste here, so you can add right now, but in upcoming release this is this feature will be look like as some icon here, like some images icon here. And once you click this image icon, so it's the automatic browse your image in your PC or any drive or any cloud application, right? So here you will be see this feature after this release, and you can put your images from here to here based on your selection or requirement. Okay, so this is the another feature in winter 22. And here you can see like improve page performance with more custom Lightning component analysis. Okay, so you can easily understand your component performance with the help of some analysis button in Lightning App Builder, as well this compatibility force like C colon test component. This is the custom, that's why it's showing me C. This is the namespace and custom like test component. And here you can see component efficiency detected and data retrieval detected. So based on your component burden, so it's a automatic resolve or it's a automatic find your component performance. So this is the another feature under winter 22. And here you can see build and bring dynamic interaction to your dynamic action bar. So this feature also not available right now, in upcoming release maybe it's coming. So here you can see like dynamic action bar, one of the feature like instructions, sorry. So here you can see instructions means you can change your form or selection look like as dynamic form in Lightning App Builder. So based on your dynamic selection, so you can change your instructions, okay, in dynamic action bar. So this is another feature. Okay, and you can expose, this is the most of the features. And most of the suppose that you have already created one LWC component, right? And this LWC component, I want to expose this component outside the org or within the org as well, based on your requirement or users requirement, something like that. So how to do that? So first of all, we need to edit your metadata file in particular format, like any record page you want to show this component or app page or application page, something like that. Okay, and lightning app builder, something like that. So this is the another, we can say that, new element under the metadata file, like lightning underscore underscore app page dot event exposes. So this feature also be available, so you can use this markup under the uh, metadata file, and you can expose your event in the lightning app builder. So this is the another features. Okay, and here you can see this is the my best features, or we can say that uh, one of the best feature in the LWC, like view dependency for LWC. So how to check the LWC dependency, like for, let's say, I have created two component, like component 1, component 2, and I want to fetch these component 1 and component 2 dependency with the help of this new feature. So how to do that? So with the help of tree graph, like this tree, you can easily understand this LWC component based on the dependency is this Apex class as well and this component as well. So this account list component having two dependency, like one is Apex class, second LWC. So how to do that? This is the feature now available. You can go ahead and check out in Salesforce. So let me do that, this one. So here you can see this is my Visual Studio Code. Okay, as you know very well, this is the editor, or we can say the IDE, and you can do your work in this IDE as well. So I already configured this VS Code with Salesforce, and I already authorize my dev org, or we can say that my organization Salesforce. Okay, so here you can see I created one LWC component like Apex, or we can say that Apex wire demo. Okay, and one Apex class, something like account controller. Okay, so under the account controller you can see my Aura enable. Okay, this is a notation. If you want to use this we can say that controller into the LWC or any lightning framework, so you have to must implement this notation Aura enable catchable equal to true. And here you can see, you know very well these all things, but for your knowledge purpose, or some brush up knowledge purpose, so let me share these all things. Okay, so that's why I'm showing this one. So here you can see written under the written statement, I already write some SQL. Okay, so like select ID, name, type, industry from account, or something limit class as well. So this is my backend code, Apex class, right? And this is my, we can say that, LWC component. And here you can see mm, just a second, here you can see this is my LWC under the, just a second guys. Okay, so here you can see this import statement, and under the import statement you can use this controller under the LWC. You know very well this is import statement, like at the rate Salesforce, then Apex / account controller, and then give your method name. Okay, so this is the one things. Let me create two component, like as a look like some parent and child. So let me create one component like child component, like child CUMP, right? And let me added some HTML here. You can see this is the template. Under the template, I want to add some markup. So LWC card, something like that. And here you can see my card is available now. And I have most of the snippets to save my time. And here you have to write some div. Under this div, you have to write some SLDS classes, like some margin. So let me add my margin here, margin, and you have to write some content. So how to do that? Just this is child component, something like that. Okay, like child component, and just save it. And let me update this SLDS, because of now designing token is available right now, so you can use look like. Okay, just save it. This is the first component, like child comp. Same thing you can create like parent component as well. So let me create newly component. Control Shift P. This is a command palette, and you have to create your component SFDX. You know very well these all things. If you don't know, so you can go ahead in Salesforce sites and check the SFDX, Salesforce Developer Experience. And here you can see create lightning component. Okay, and Control Shift P again, and you have to enter your component name like parent comp here. Okay, so I have created two component. One is child comp and second one parent comp. So I want to give some dependency one component to another component. So to do that, so let me add some markup here like card. Okay, and just remove all this from here to here. Okay, and under this card, let me add some div. Okay, so let me add some class like margin around medium. Oh, not vertical. It's same margin, this medium. Okay, and you can update your design SLDS classes based on your design token, right? And now here you have to write your content as well. So let me add content like this is parent component. Okay, now you can see. So how to expose these two components under the Lightning App Builder. Okay, so let me add first of all child component under the parent, because it's a uh, dependency. I want to create dependency between two components. So how to do that? So let me add one div here for better designable purpose. And here under the div you have to write your child component like C hyphen. And if you want to use any child component under the parent, so always use kebab case. So if you don't know about this kebab case, so you can go ahead under the Salesforce and you check out these all things like C hyphen, and you give your uh, component name, child component name like child, and all the letters should be small with hyphen like child COMP, right? This is child component. So I used child component under the parent with the help of kebab case, right? And I want to expose this parent component under the org. So how to expose? So here you can see my lightning metadata file. Okay, and is expose is false here. So you should be uh, change this false to true always if you want to expose this component into the another. Okay, and you have to write your target. I have created some snippets for this one. Here you can see targets. Under the targets you can see like target, record page, app page, home page. So I want to use these this component under these three targets like record page, app page, and home page. You can use as a tab, record action, and all the things. I already comments here, committed here, you can see here, right? So just save it, and just you have to deploy this component. So how to deploy, you know very well. First of all, we have to deploy lower component that is called child component first, and just click this sfdx deploy source to org. Okay, with this folder, just right click and deploy your component. So here you can see deploy source to org successfully run. Okay, now it's time to deploy this component. Here you can see like deploy source to org. Okay, so here you can see I deployed here successfully two component. And let me deploy as well this apex class account controller, right? So here you can see apex class folder, just right click here and just deploy source to org. Okay, after these things you have to refresh your page, this one, and you have to search under the quick find like lightning we consider lightning component. So you have to search lightning component like lightning. Okay, lightning component, just click this one. Okay, and here you can see my all all LWC related components, like types LWC. You can see like types LWC, and this is Apex wire demo and child comp or parent comp. Okay, so let me open this component first because it's having some with some Apex class. So let me click this component that is called Apex wire demo, and here you see all the information, and under this LWC dependency section you can search your component, or otherwise you can expand this one with the help of this arrow. Okay, just click this one and you can see like Apex wire demo. This is the LWC component. Under the LWC component, this one, you can see account controller that is called Apex class. So this Apex class is depend on this component. Okay, so you can easily find your dependency, component dependency, and all the metadatas. Okay, once you click this one, so you cannot see anything because of this class only have this one. If you have another class like a wrapper class or some reference class, so you can expand this one and you can easily get that things. Okay, this is the one things. Let me go back here, and just you have to click this parent component already include child component. Okay, so let me show you this parent component and you can see the dependency. Okay, so just here you can see name, label, type, namespace, prefix, and API version. Right now we are using 52, and 53 also we available, but not suitable, or we can say not stable version. Okay, so here you can see parent com. Just click this arrow and here you can see the child component. That is the meaning, like child component is depend on parent component, like this component depends on parent component, this one. Okay, like that, because of this is the top component. Under the top component you can see this inner component, so you can easily find your dependency, your component, Apex class, anything as you want. Okay, so this is the new feature and very good features under the winter 22. So let me click here, and here you can select subflow in record trigger flow. So you can add subflow under the record trigger flow if you want to create any flow. So let me open this one, like flow, and you know very well, and please keep in your mind, workflow and process builder after 2023, and so please be focused on the flows, lightning flow builder, and this is the future. Okay, but workflow and process builder will be deprecated after this year, like 2023. Okay, so you have to search here in quick find. Okay, like flows, like flow, and under the process automation you can see like flows. Just click this one and all the flows you can see here. Okay, and let me create new one like flow builder, and under the record trigger flow, these all templates. Okay, like screen flow, record trigger flow, schedule trigger flow, all the template is now available. Okay, so let me select this record trigger flow and click the next, and here you can see two styling. So still in beta you can see like auto layout, but freeform is now available, so you can use layout. This is the automatic build your layout, okay, without any problem. So here you can see select object. So let me select as you want, like asset, and just click the done for now. Under this run immediate section, here you can see like plus. Just click this plus, and here you can see the options. You can add record trigger flow, and you can add subflow under the record trigger flow. We can see that this one. So this is the new feature. You can add subflow under this record trigger flow, right? So this is the another feature under winter 22. And just let me close this one because I don't need worry about this subflow, all the things. Okay, now you can see next, customize the screen flow button. So you can customize your screen flow button as well, like pause, previous, and activate. So you can change like or previous means like some previously you can change with the help of some icons and something like that. Activate, you can change like as a go. So you can change the label as well under screen flow. So this feature also available, and you can go ahead and check out. Okay, so here you can see create custom component for the email content builder. So one of the most feature now will be available here, and here you can see this target. Under the target you can see like lightning static underscore email. Same look like as a app page, record page, home page. So this is the another tag is available under metadata file. And add this one like lightning static underscore email target, and you can expose your email content builder in your lightning app builder and anything as you want, like record page, home page, something like that. Also you can use this under the email section like email template. Okay, if you have some email builder, so you can see these all things. Okay, you can customize this one. So this is the another feature. Let me show you this like send list email your way. This is under the pilot mode, and you can send the email with the help of some Office 365 or something like a Gmail. So this feature also be available like send through Office 365. Let me check this is available or not. So also be available like just search like send through. Okay, just search send through, and here you can see like send through external email services. Just click this one. Okay, and you can see two options like send through Gmail or Office 365. You can enable this and you can get your functionality within this button. Okay, so this is the another feature. Okay, so just let me select and show you this. So in app guidance for specific record type, so here you can see related list, right? Under the related list you can see these all things in winter 22 like custom theme, color, record type. But you can change your record type based on your requirement under the so in app guidance. Okay, this is the feature under winter 22 as well. Okay, and another feature like add rows and column to your email template. Okay, so you can add rows and column in your email template. Previously you cannot do these things, but right now you can do this. Okay, like under the layout you can see like one column, two column, 1 by 3, 3 by 1, 3 column, 4 column, something like that. So based on your requirement, okay, or based on your need, you can select the layout and you can do your email template work. Okay, so this is the another feature under winter 22. Now you can see like you can check your email template script performance and various testing. Okay, like which email template calls script performance and something like that. Here you can see like engagement over the time, and like it is the rates like email template, this is a 34, something like that. You can change and you can see these all things and the performance of the email template, like last 7 days performance of the email template, how many emails we already sent, something like that. So you can check these all things. Okay, this is related to the email templates performance and email sending process, right? And here you can see like filter smarter with custom filter logic. So like some validation rule or some custom logic under the flows or under the any point and click tool or declarative tool, we can say that. Okay, so you can see like filter, and here you can see expression like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you can customize this logic as well, like 1 and this is the same, and change your logic like 2 or something like that. So you can change your filter logic as well. Okay, under winter 22. Previously you cannot change this logic because of you already created this one, and now it's time to change like that. So now you can change this custom logic and custom filter logic, something like that. Okay, so let me click another things, and here you can select fine tune your LWR site or LWR sites with new branding property. So under the, this is the for digital experience. And if you don't know about digital experience, is a community in Salesforce. So previously the name is communities. Okay, now you can see and you can access this name with the help of digital experience in Salesforce. Okay, so you have to search like digital, and here you can select digital experience, means Salesforce communities, right? And you can enable this one and you can create your sites and something like that. Okay, so it's taking some time, so you can create your own as well. So here you can see like two options under the theme section. This is the component theme and setting, and this is for another menu. Okay, you can see all the icon and all the functionality like colors, images, text, and site spacing. And here you can see like two information about the buttons and forms. So you can add your buttons and forms under the themes with the help of these new features under winter 22 in LWR sites. Not all the communities, only for LWR sites. Okay, so here you can see like set the default language in LWR sites. Previously you cannot set any default language, but right now you can set your default language under the communities. Okay, like under the settings section you can see like languages, just click this languages, and here you can see one drop down like default site language. And under this language you can select your language based on your region or based on your requirement, right? This is for LWR sites. And here you can see secure your component better, stronger, faster with Lightning Web Security. So this is security purpose for LWC component to check your stronger, faster with Lightning Web Security under the session setting. So let me show you this option as well, like session setting. Here you can say session related to things now available, like session management and session setting. So just click this session setting, and you can see now these features like this one. Use this section is extra added here, okay, because of some security purpose. Okay, so you have to check this one and you can get this features like use Lightning Web Security still in beta for LWC component, right? So this is for security purpose. Okay, so let me go and show you this next slide. Here you can see add user authorized cookie content to your Lightning Web component. So you can add your cookie content consent under the LWC component. Like I already created some like object. This is the object consent. Okay, it is having like preferences, statics, and marketing. Okay, once you added this object here, you can select sfdc dot cookie dot set cookie consent, and you have to write your consent here, this object. And how to use that? So first of all you have to import the module from the Lightning user consent cookie. This is a predefined module under the LWC project, and can use these two property like set cookie consent and is category allowed for current consents. Okay, these all things. So you can use your cookie consent under the LWC component. Okay, in winter 22. Now you can see like let's org specific metrics guide your Lightning page performance improvement. So previously you can see one meter in analysis button in Lightning App Builder, but right now you can see all these features like browser download speed like less than 10 mbps and all the things, network latency, something like that. So let me show you this one. So first of all, here you can see this session setting. Let me open new application like sales, or you can use any standard or custom application based on your need. Okay, so here you can see this home page, or let me open any account page here. Okay, so let me open any record like Rohit Kumar first, and just click this gear icon, and you have to edit this page here. Okay, and after that you can see these options under the Lightning App Builder, as we discussed, like analyze. This button also be available in your org. Okay, so let me show you how to do that and how to use this. So just click this analyze, and here you can see like desktop mode and phone mode. This is two variant, and page performance desktop. So here you can see this page take already took like 3.3 seconds, and you can check like related list, potential duplicates. Here you can see breakdown, component breakdown, and something like that, right? And you can uh, expand this component here, and you can use like number of CPU cores, like less than, browser download speed, network latency, something like that. So it's related to the performance of your page, any page as you want, like custom object page or standard object page. You can use this one. And once you click this phone, so you can see like phone related things like 0.68. Okay, it's already takes some times like 0.68 milliseconds or maybe microsecond. So just here you can see like two options, desktop and phone. So you can check these features under the Lightning App Builder with the help of Winter 22 new release. Okay, so let me open new things. Here you can see like connect a record trigger flow to an external system using async path, asynchronous path, we can say that. Means parallelly you can do this work, like some external services as well your internal services. So one checkbox is there, like you can see here. So same thing, you can check this one, and you can use your external system under this org. Okay, so this is another feature under the flows. Here you can see send an outbound message from your record trigger flow. So how to send this outbound message under the record trigger flow? So let me a new feature, we can say that. So this is a very important feature. So let me go back again. Okay, no problem, sometime is happened. Okay, so here you can see this is account, and let me go first setup and create one outbound message under the quick find. You have to search outbound. Here you can see once you search, yeah, so here you can see like outbound process automation workflow action. Under the workflow action you can see my option like outbound message. Okay, so don't focus right now in this area, I will let you know about these things after outbound message things. Okay, so you click this one like outbound message here. Okay, once you click this outbound message, so you have to create your new one. Okay, basically you can expose your Salesforce data into the third party. Okay, basically this feature also available in workflow, but you know very well workflow and process builder will be deprecated after 2023 2023. Okay, so you can send this outbound with the help of flow. Okay, so here you can see two options like new outbound message, view message delivery status. So let me click this one, new outbound message. Okay, and here you have to select your object, which object you want to take as a outbound message. So I want to take as a standard account object. Just click this next button, and you have to write your uh, name, outbound message name, like account rating, something like that. Okay, you can give your description as well. And here you can see like endpoint URL. So how to get this endpoint URL, and what is this one? So this is the third party URL, and you can get from any website. So I already used any web like this pipe dream website. This is endpoint URL checking website. So you can check your endpoint URL under this website, and you can see the response under this website as well. Okay, so I already sign up this website, and you can go ahead and just sign up this account as well. So under this source section, you can see you have no event source yet, right? So here you can see one new button. Okay, so you have to click this one, like new, and here you can see like there are so many source available, like webhooks, Slack, Telegram bot, all the things you can integrate with the help of Salesforce and this Pipedream website. Okay, so my intention is this one, like let me select this HTTP webhooks, and here you can see like new request and new request build. Okay, so you have to search select this one, like new request. Under the new request you can select body false, response status 200 means okay, content type response body success true, this is the key value paired means object, http webhooks account, and you can give your like this name. Okay, your request name. So my request name is account rating, something like that, and just create source. Okay, once you create this source, so here you can see 0 over last 24 hours waiting for event. So it's waiting the events, any third party, or we can say that from the Salesforce. And here you can see your endpoint URL. Your endpoint is this one. Okay, and body only for something like that you can see here. Let me copy this URL with the help of this link icon. Just click this one. I copied this URL and paste it here under the endpoint URL field. Here you can see. Okay, and this is the current selected user. Protected component, yes. Session ID, you can select this session ID as well. And now you can see the field. So let me select this field like active here, and now name, industry, like industry, or name, because I want to send this data into this website, third party website, with the help of flows and outbound message. Okay, and just rating, you have to search rating here. So these all fields I want, like 5 fields, right? Once you select these all things, just save it. Okay, and here you can see my outbound message details and all the things I already created here. You can see endpoint URL, something like that. Okay, now it's time to create your flow. So how to create the flow? Just let me duplicate this tab. Under the quick find, you have to search like flows. This flows. Once you select this flow, you have to create new one, like new flow with the help flow builder, and you have to search. You have to select this one, like record trigger flow, and click the next, and select the layout as you want. And here you can select the object. I want to take this one, like account, and here you can see these all triggers under the flow, like created, updated, created or updated, deleted. Okay, so let me select this third one, like created and every time edited. Here you can see, and some condition should be in, and you can change your requirement based on this selection. Maybe like rating, like account rating equal to any value like cold. So if rating is equal, or we can say rating equal to cold, so this flow, otherwise not. Okay, rest of the things you can leave it as it is. Just click on the done button, and here you can see like start record trigger flow, immediate action. You can see here, just click this plus icon, and here you can see like action. Just click this action and you can see my option, like outbound message, this one, right? Just click this one, outbound message, and you have to search your outbound message, because of I already created one outbound message here, you can see. Okay, that's why I'm showing this one. So just select this one, and you have to write your label, account rating, API name and description as you want, like test, something like that. And just go ahead and click the done. And here you can see record trigger flow, account rating, and end. Okay, so this is the basic things about the flow, like start and end. Under the start and end, you can put your actions or any subflow or any component as you want. And now it's time to save this flow, and flow name should be like anything as you want, but right now I'm using account account rating. Just click here and click the save. Once you save this flow, here you can see like one button is activate, right? Just activate here, and you can see my flow is activated now. Now it's time to check this flow is working or not. Okay, and also these all requests, so it still is waiting now, like waiting for the event, because it's not hitting any endpoint URL right now. Okay, so how to do that? Just go ahead and click the account, and let me create one new account with the help of new button. And criteria should be matched, like rating should be called account, like some trailhead. Okay, and rating like as a called, and you can put your like some, we can say that some data. I already selected like active years and industry, something like that. Type prospective, industry as you want, like agriculture, and active, something like that. You can see here like active, yes, industry we already selected, type also, rating, all the things we have already selected, because that field should be visible into the my endpoint. Here you can say endpoint checking website. And just here you can see this record, and you have to save this record. Just click the save, and after this one you can see my record is saved successfully. And after that you can see under the pipeline, one request is came here, like this post request today 12:07. Here you can see my time like 12:08, and this is the 12:07. Just click this one. Okay, and here you can see the response of this request, this board. And here you can see all the information I already enter in my account record page. Okay, you can see like accept means Salesforce ID. You can see record page ID. Active means yes, industry agriculture, name is Trailhead, and rating is called, right? So this is the response. But how to track this response under the Salesforce, is successfully is a valid request or not? Okay, so let me open my Salesforce, and you have to search like outbound. Under the outbound you can see like environments, monitoring, and outbound message. Just click this outbound message, and here you can see my outbound message delivery status failed, because of this is not valid request. So Salesforce doesn't know about this one. Okay, so that's why it's showing me like deliver. Here you can see like org.xml.sax, something like that, line number this one, and content is not allowed in the prologue. So how to resolve this one? So I already created some code with the help of some metadata. We can say that xml file. Just copy this code from here to here. Okay, and paste it into the this website. Just click this configuration section, and here you can see my response body. You can see like success true. Just replace these all things with the help of this code, right? So it's time to update this one, update props. And now you can see like props under the event, you can see event, right? And now it's time to check this one under my Trailhead account. And now it's time to update this uh, record or edit. We can see that this edit button, and just Trailhead one. So I just update this one, just save it. Okay, and once you save this, just go ahead, and here you can see this request like 9 and all the things as you want. See this one, like let me check this is updated or not. Trailhead, this is the old one. So let me refresh this one. Okay, so here you can see this one, and body raw, or it's still showing me Trailhead because it's an old request. Let me check another one. Okay, so let me refresh this one. After this configuration part, so it should be removed here from here. Okay, once you successfully update or create it, so it's automatic remove this one. So let me check any request is coming or not. Okay, just refresh this one, and you have to create new one for this one. So let me create new account here, like new, and just select the call rating, like test, something like that as you want, like test. Okay, just type should be anything as you want, should be anything here, or industry like agriculture, or active, yes, something like that. Just save it. Once you save this one, you can see the new request. Here you can see 12. Okay, let me check this one, this is the correct request or not. Okay, so you can see my agriculture and all the things, like yes, call test, this is the test. Let me check another one under the request. Yeah, so this is the valid request. Here you can see trailhead 1, that is my expectation. This one, trailhead 1, I already updated this one, right? So it's time to check under the outbound message delivery status. Just refresh this one, and you cannot see message, or we can say that under the delivery status. Okay, so all the clear. Now new record to display here. Okay, so you can see this is the valid request, and you cannot see any delivery failure and everything. So this is the way to send the outbound message with the help of flow under the winter 22. Now let me go and click the next things. So most of the all features related to the flows in the winter 22. So here you can see the quick view, like rollback pending record change when a element is failed in the runtime. So here you can see like any fault is there under the flow, so it's the automatic rollback your records, not screen like as success and something like that. Suppose I enter some number 1, number 2 is creating my records, creating records again. If you have some error, so it's a automatic rollback and give your output in the screen, not output screen. It's a input string here, like that. Okay, change record field value temporary while debugging. So you can change the your temporary record value like at the runtime. Here you can see like created, updated, right? So you can change your value at the runtime under the flow. You can debug your flow as well in under winter 22. You can see like create alerts for changing your security configuration, right? So this is another feature. Once you change any alert setting or any security setting, so it's the automatic send an email in your particular email id, and you can check this is happened, this object or this profile, something like that. So this is for your notification purpose. Okay, and here you can see like debug schedule path in record trigger flow. So we can schedule our record trigger flow, like after 7 days I want to create this date, account created date, or 1 day, 24 hours day, or something like that. Okay, you can check this path for debug run as a schedule. You can schedule your record trigger flow under winter 22, right? So these all about my winter 22 quick summary. So guys, I hope you like this session, and thank you very much. So Sagar, over to you.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks a lot for your time. And I can say this session was full of learning and knowledge, like which will definitely help each and every one of the people like who have joined the session. And like we are grateful and thank you once again. And I know like there are many upcoming session which is in our queue with you, like Copardo session and other session as well. So we will just plan it accordingly, and then we'll just have like many more insightful session with respect to this. And upcoming session would be with respect to the DocuSign series. We are planning to have DocuSign series and Quip, all this related to Salesforce. So just stay tuned on this particular part. Other than that, second point would be like I guess like many people are waiting for that quiz session. I can say like this is only a knowledge sharing session with respect to Winter 22 release, but with respect to the other session, like upcoming one with respect to 26, we do have swags, we do have multiple vouchers and all this stuff. So stay tuned on this particular part, and definitely we'll just inform you about that. Thanks a lot, team, for your time over weekend. Thanks, Rohit. Thanks a lot once again. Bye bye.
Sagar, and thanks all the joining members. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.
Thanks, Rohit. Bye bye.